It's KS11 and I'm back at it with another video, man. I'm reacting to how Lil Durk got revenge on King Von. I didn't even know he got revenge on King Von. I bet y'all didn't either. That's why y'all clicked the video. But you feel me? Hey, we finna get straight to it. Let me start this screen record real quick. You feel me? The King Von situation, you know, they put that moral inside his city, and I heard that they slid. They ops slid on Durk them because Durk them was just out there like last night type stuff. They just put the moral out a couple days ago. And they say Lil Durk was out there looking at that mug and all that, teeing up, whatever. I don't know, they ain't spoke on it, but people say they ops slid on them. I don't know. 64, I don't know, man. Well, yeah, hey, I'm gonna just start this video. We about to watch the dudes, see what they got to say. For sure, for sure.
Born on August 9th, 1994, Daquan Bennett, known professionally as King Von, began his 26 years journey through this world. Like many youths born in Chicago that grew up around gangs, King Von ultimately formed affiliations with the Black Disciples, one of the more notorious street gangs that make up Chicago. The BDs mainly rep the O Block territory but are feared throughout the city. Von was one of the more notorious shooters of his time. In November of 2012, Von was arrested for possession of a firearm and got booked in Cook County Jail. Only 2 years after that, Von was arrested again. Only this time, the crime was a bit more serious. On July 24th, 2014, Von was apprehended by police in connection to a shooting that occurred in Atlanta, Georgia. This shooting resulted in the death of Malcolm Stuckey, as well as 2 others being shot and injured. Von awaited his trial for 3 years, only to have the case dismissed when witnesses failed to testify. King Von was released in 2017. Upon his release from jail, Von, being free, made his way back to O Block, where he clicked up with some old friends. This is where he began his move into the hip-hop industry with help of his longtime friend Lil Durk. Shortly after his release in 2017, King Von was signed by Lil Durk's label, OTF. He dropped his first single, Crazy Story, and it took off. I mean, off the charts, and it took his career with it. King Von began to drop track after track and was quickly becoming Lil Durk's hottest artist. Now, most people would think that Von wouldn't need to keep living the lifestyle that we hear him speak about in his rhymes with this sudden rise to fame. They'd be wrong though. King Von never left the life. He stayed by his lifelong friends and associates doing what they needed to do to hold their people down. Von is even rumored to have spent his first $100,000 on giving back to the block and his family. This bond that he had with everyone on his block extended to Durk, of course. When the 2 men were seen together, they were as thick as thieves. They were even known to get into some trouble together. Von and Durk were both arrested in June of 2019 for their involvement in the shooting.
Y'all can't tell me he don't look scared, bro. Bro, I don't know if this just how he look. Oh, he be really scared. But he always looks scared and nervous. He look extra young on this. I don't know why he look. No, it's the hell. It's gotta be the hell. Cause you know he got the do he be looking scared and shit? Like, bro.
In Atlanta, investigators claim that $30,000 or more were taken from the victim, Alexander.
But we don't know his situation. You feel me? I'll probably be nervous too, depending on his case. You don't know his incident.
What everyone believed to be the nail in the coffin was the fact that there was security footage of the incident which shows Durk firing shots from a vehicle, while you can see King Von running off foot while firing shots as well. After spending a couple of weeks in jail, the 2 were released on bond, one being $250,000 and the other a $300,000 bond. Fast forward to
you know they did some shit too, bro. You know they really did some shit because, bro, a $250,000 bond, bro, and a $300,000 bond, that's a lot of money. Because we looking at it like it's probably not that much or not really all that, cause they bonded out, so motherfuckers like, oh, they probably ain't do it. Oh, you feel me? They probably got out, and people don't overlook the fact that that's really mean they really did shit, my nigga. Like, they got 200,000. If a regular motherfucker, like a regular civilian, do some shit, bro, with a $250,000 bond, bro, a $300,000 bond, motherfucker not getting out. Motherfucker doing that time. They got out. They still putting on the show for the world. They got out. They got the money like that. You feel me? So don't overlook the fact that. You feel me? Hey,
October of 2020, Von's career was at an all-time high. All of his songs were getting him millions of streams across every streaming platform. It seemed like there was nowhere to go, but
like he said that he was really out here still doing that shit. He was really out here still doing that shit and putting that shit in his music. Motherfucker listening to it like, damn, he did that shit. Yeah, he just did that shit, my nigga. Bro. Like, come on now.
At the end of October, Von dropped his full-length studio album titled Welcome to O Block, and it was a hit. Sadly, it is the last album that King Von will be able to release, at least while he's still alive. On November 6, 2020, King Von was killed just 1 week after the release of Welcome to O Block. In the weeks leading up to the tragic event, King Von had been going about his business.
Man, in the midst of all that shit, bro, right in between all that shit before he died, why he just skip all that shit? Boy, that nigga was going crazy. He was dropping straight bangers, straight hits. That nigga was in his prime. He was going cool. He was supposed to be on the Chicago tape, the mixtape. He was supposed to be on he was finna drop a tape with some I think him and Durk had some shit going on. He was like the whole him, Durk, Herb, and all of them, they had a little cock. That shit was finna be overly busting. He damn knew it was finna be XXL, all type of shit, bro, before he died. He had just got, I think, what he do? What did he, album release? He did something right before he, bro, he just skipped hell. He just blew me. I don't even want to finish this shit, but damn, he just pissed me off, bro.
Bro, dude, which usually included dissing his ops and partaking in some beefs on social media. This particular feud was between Von and NBA Youngboy. You see, a picture had begun to circulate that showed King Von spending time with Youngboy's ex. Youngboy, as well as other NBA associates, were triggered by the pictures and didn't believe Von when he said that the two were merely making music together. Therefore, Von and Youngboy, who were already at odds with each other, began to build even more tension between one another.
Oh, my fault. I might have went off on him a little too early. We gonna have to finish the video. I ain't apologizing. I'm just saying, damn, my fault. You feel me? Damn, that shit crazy. If he really do explain this shit, I'm like, damn, I just went off on dude. Fuck dude though. No, I'm just talking shit.
This then led to one of Youngboy's associates, Quando Rondo, to get involved, and he too began taking shots at Von. But King Von wasn't fazed and fired back. Things came to a head when Von and Quando Rondo saw each other outside of a club in Atlanta. Things became heated quickly, and footage shows a fight breaking out between the two rappers as well as their crews. Shortly after the fight starts, it's over. One of Quando Rondo's associates pulled out a firearm and began unloading shots, hitting Von, who then collapsed to the ground. Police say that King Von fled the scene, but was driven to the hospital and dropped off. It was there that he succumbed to his wounds and sadly passed away. This was a sad day for O Block and hip-hop. Many fans, much like the authorities, were sitting on the edge of their seats, almost waiting to hear news of some sort of retaliation for the murder of Von. But oddly enough, there hasn't been much backlash in terms of violence. Now, I don't promote violence, and this shit in the streets needs to end, but I think almost every fan would have expected some form of retaliation. King Von was a huge name for OTF, O Block, the BDs, and Lil Durk himself. So many were curious as to why he was remaining quiet about the incident. Then fans were gifted with his album,
I'ma just call. She outside. Hello?
Hey.
Hello, you outside?
Yeah, we need your help.
Alright. I'll be back. Alright, we back, man.
Which dropped on December 20th, 2020. The album itself was supposed to be a tribute to King Von. It even had him on the cover art for the album. Fans began to scan the album to see if there's any mention of what happened to Von. And a bar stood out to some people that believe it was supposed to be hinting at pending retaliation. On the track Refugee, Durk has the like, "We get the revenge, it's glorious, yeah." It's a pretty straightforward bar, but in a track about the streets being filled with killers, so much so that it's turned out into a sport. But many fans are beginning to believe that it's Durk saying that revenge is coming to those who hurt the family. Many people believe that Durk may be seeking revenge, considering all of the loss that has surrounded him over the past few years. His biggest loss this year occurred just a few weeks ago when Lil Durk's brother D-Thang was shot and killed following an argument that occurred outside of a nightclub just outside of Chicago. D-Thang was shot in the head and was pronounced dead at the scene. As of now, no one's been charged due to their involvement in the murder of D-Thang. However, most people assume it to be a member of 051 Young Money. Some even think that the hit may have been taken out by a BDK member, which would be particularly rough for Durk and No Block. Not only are BDK members part of Young Money, they are also a renegade set of the BDs, of which Durk is a known member. This would make the situation even more sensitive for Durk if it were true. However, publicly, I don't think Durk is finna bring up anything about revenge. You have to think about the fact that he is the top dog of OTF and his moves are being closely monitored, especially with authorities expecting retaliation. And like Lil Wayne said, real G's move in silence like lasagna. Lil Durk has to keep himself looking calm and collected. So even if he's planning some sort of retaliation, on the surface, he has at least to act like things are all good and normal. He's the boss now. Anything that happens because of his crew will ultimately find its way to bite him back, and that's more than likely why Lil Durk has been rather quiet on the situation. He's seen so much loss of life when it comes to people close to him dying. It seems like they keep dropping like flies around Durk, all the while all he's trying to do is bring all of his people up. He's signing his friends and setting them on a path to have a strong and promising career. But all of that seems to always end in violence. It's no secret that Durk and OTF came from the streets, but you'd think at some point you'd be able to pull yourself out that lifestyle, but sometimes it just keeps dragging you back. Nevertheless, with Lil Durk being in the position he's in, he can't risk speaking publicly of.
Honestly, I feel like he could kind of push away from that lifestyle if he stopped dissing his ops, but he not gonna do that. But he did say he is gonna stop after this situation, and after his King Von and his brother, at the King Von situation, he started dissing him a little hard. He was going crazy. He was going hard. I guess he was letting all the pain out. Then his brother died. Then he said he ain't gonna do it no more. He said he ain't mentioning no ops. He not performing no songs with his ops names in it. He not releasing no more songs about his ops. Mentioned nothing that he said he done with that. So this could be his push away. He could push away from it. He could. We'll see how it go.
Killing people or getting people killed. As always, it's easy to see how real the streets can be for some of these rising artists. And King Von's incident just goes to show that no matter how successful you become, you always need to think straight and watch yourself. Sometimes the beats follow you and you won't always like the result. What do y'all think? Y'all think Durk is planning some sort of retaliation for King Von? Be sure to let us know in the comments section. Hey you, yeah you like the video? Great, we got another one for you that we guarantee you'll like. And all you have to do is click on the screen. It's free and without any hidden fees, but you have to click on.
Do y'all think Lil Durk gonna get revenge for King Von? Let me know in the comments. Bro, we gone.